Good morning, Ron Janish here. Just me and the cat. The noise in the background, if you can hear it all, is my kitty cat who likes to come by and hang out and sometimes knock stuff over and make some noise. So what we're going to do here is take a look and examine three different trades that Matthew posted in the group. And he posted when he got in and when he got out and stuff. And we're going to take a little deeper look. We're going to look at some of the rules involved and should give you a pretty good idea. We'll do three examples. So let's get started. This is Mexican peso. We always start with a daily chart. Okay. So what happens is on the daily chart when we were about, let's say we're over here somewhere. Okay, we see that on the daily, where I have the D, this D is higher than this pivot here. You see that, right? And then prices go and make new lows, and they make new lows, and make new lows, and make new lows, and they keep on going down, and that's all nice and wonderful. And it isn't until they start going up that you start doing something. Anyway, this is what we would consider all stage one with perfect 2020 hindsight, of course. And then as it goes up here, it goes into stage two. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch now to a 4-hour chart. Okay, so the initial stage one is with a daily chart. Okay, we can't find stage one unless we have a daily chart. And we find what's important here is finding the end of stage two, and you'll see why. Okay, let's go to, here we go. Okay. So down here was the low. It kept on going down, 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 down. And for stage two, all we're really looking for is 5 waves or 29 waves, but at least 5 waves in an up move. And this is, remember, we're looking at 4-hour pivots. And so we can say 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this keeps on going. And we have a 5 and a higher 5 and a higher 5. Okay? And a higher 5. Now, on this 5 here, notice after it, using min 1 pivot formula, it went down for an ABC, a 3-wave instead of a 5-wave. 1, 2, 3. You see that? Okay, so these were all without, so the whole idea is that you get from this low here, you get 5 or 29 or whatever waves up, and then an ABC. This is not an ABC because the down move here does not have min 1 pivots. Okay, now, so you get your ABC, and when you have your ABC, which is about here somewhere, you look and see what time it is. And notice that up here, over here, you see the time. Okay, and so when you're on this bar here saying, hey, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, Matthew, what we do in these trades here is we ignore the shit that happens overnight. So, and you'll see this in action. And here it happened to work out conveniently that somewhere between 6 o'clock in the morning and 2 or 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon was the bottom. And so here we can see, boom, here's the 6 o'clock bar. So it starts at 6 o'clock and this one starts at 10 o'clock, and there we go. Okay, so here was the TTT. I just put a bunch of T's there, and here we have a nice 3-wave down, and that's your buy, and then up we go. And now as we go up, we are looking for 5 waves to the upside. So right now, we have what we call this here is the end of stage 1. No, I'm sorry, end of stage 1 is here, end of stage 2 is here, end of stage 3 is here, and then stage 4 is the stage that Matthew's in the trade, right? And so it's going 1, 2, and then 3. Where's that 3 here? No, it's a 3, 4, and boom, right up here for a 5. So he wound up getting in here, and he wound up getting out here. Why? Because he's got his 5 waves up. Now, you may find that when I label this in MAPI, that it's not unusual to get 5 waves up after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had the 5 waves in either case. Okay, this is the new Andrews major pivot indicator. Okay, so let's take a look at another one, another example. Let's look at Australian dollar. Okay, here we go. So once again, remember we have this D labeled here, right? And this is just your standard EP pattern. Notice here that if once you get that higher high here, you have to wait for a new low, and boom, right here, it made it. So then your D is valid, 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 comes down. Okay, now let me get rid of this junk here. Okay, so we have this here coming in, and so what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to the 4-hour chart and see what happens after it makes new lows. And we see the new lows, and then we're looking for that 5 wave to the upside, right? Let's take a look. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so here we have the 5 waves to the upside, right? And here we go down 1, A, B, C. Now here we already had a C. Aha. But it's 6 o'clock at night, dinner time, 10 o'clock at night, sleeping time, 2 o'clock in the morning, sleeping time. And we finally get to, well, here's 10, here's, what am I doing here? Here's 10 p.m., 2 a.m., still sleeping time right here. So here we got the 6 a.m. and the 10 a.m. bar. So here's the entry area, okay? Now, from the low here, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the end of stage 4. So from here to here is stage 4, right? So this, when prices finally made new lows, was stage 1. Up for 5 waves is stage 2. Down for an ABC is stage 3. And up for 5 waves thing is stage 5. Okay, we'll take a look at another example, and this one will be on the short side. Now, let's start again with a daily chart. Okay, we can see here it made a high, here it went down, made a low. You can see that the low was lower than the previous low pivot here, and so up we went. And it made new highs here, came down, made new highs here. Okay, so here, right here, this is all this stuff in here is all your stage 1 effectively. Okay, and so let's switch over to a 4-hour chart. Let me just take a quick look at something. Oh, that's no fun. Okay, so here we have the D, and here we came up, and so we kept on going up, and now we got to go down 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 waves. Okay, good enough. Okay, and here you have your A, B, C, and then you're in the trade. Make sure it's the right time of day, 10 a.m., good time. You like things in the morning, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the end of it. And that's what he did. Okay, so here's the thing. We have, we send out emails when we do this stuff, and also, mainly Matthew, I don't do much of this. I'm focused on the MAPI and other things. And Matthew will be glad to explain to you what he does and if there's any differences in how he does it versus I do it. So come on and join us, and we discuss it on Skype. Maybe we can all get together on Skype and you can ask questions and go from there. Anyway, I thank you for your time and see you next time.